Stan Lee, the legendary writer, editor, and publisher of Marvel Comics, has died. He was 95 years old, and Yelena Adzik is here with his story. So we're just learning about this afternoon. What more do we know?
Yeah, you know, it's difficult to sum up the life and the legacy of a legend like Stan Lee. Of course, his name had become synonymous with Spider-Man. I'll give you a look at that in just a moment. But this is a man who created so many famous superheroes, often co-creations that he sometimes did with Jack Kirby as well as Steve Ditko. But we're talking about everything from Spider-Man to Black Panther, X-Men, the Mighty Thor, Iron Man. You're looking at the Spider-Man version with Tobey Maguire there. There were many others, of course, the 60s version too. He also did the Fantastic Four, the Incredible Hulk, Daredevil, Ant-Man, and really just the list goes on and on. It's quite phenomenal. This is a man who, you know, at the age of 95 years old, at the end of his life, it really did, he experienced some tumultuous times. There were lawsuits involved. He felt that he was cheated out of some of his money. In fact, it is a fact that, like any Marvel employee, Lee had no rights to the characters he helped to create, and he received no loyalties, which is pretty amazing. However, it is worth noting that he served as a producer on very many projects, and so he still, you know, had an estate estimated to be worth as much as $70 million. What you're looking at right here are Lee's cameos. He loved to appear briefly in so many of the films that featured his characters, but famously, he was a bit of a recluse. He did not venture out very much, except for comic book shows, for example. He really liked to go talk with the fans, sign autographs and that sort of thing. And we have this vintage clip for you right now where he talks about what that meant to him.
They love the comics, and I was the fellow who started them, so I guess they love me in a way also, which thrills me. It really does.
You know, right up until the end, he was very active. As recently as yesterday, we do see a tweet from his official site. It's related to Veterans Day, and he says simply, "Thank you to all of America's veterans for your service." Fun fact, Stan's official U.S. Army title during World War II was playwright. So yeah, he's been at this for a very long time, Andrew.
And you just think about in the last few years, just movie after movie after movie. It's just been incredible to see that. What's the reaction been to the news of his death?
Well, you can imagine. I mean, there are so many different actors that are out there who've been touched by his life, as we have been, you know, from the work that he's put up on the screen. To give you one, Canadian Seth Rogen shared this post. He says, "Thank you, Stan Lee, for making people who feel different realize they are special." Certainly something he was known for. Ryan Reynolds, another one who loves this man. Damn, he says, "Rest in peace, Stan. Stan, thanks for everything." And then Chris Evans, he said, "There will never be another Stan Lee. For decades, he provided both young and old with adventure, escape, comfort, confidence, inspiration, strength, friendship, and joy. He exuded love and kindness and will leave an indelible mark for so many lives." And Excelsior. So he, along with so many others, are just expressing gratitude for the characters that he created, for the boundary pushing when it came to diversity, when it came to censorship, and when it came to complexity of characters. He really is lauded for so much. Stan Lee, dead at the age of 95.